So a few weeks ago, I was planning on taking my son to this special event that I bought tickets for. It was for his birthday and a surprise, but it was canceled. And then the weekend after that, my wife and we were planning a weekend getaway for her birthday, and that was canceled. I have a daughter who was supposed to go to a camp, and that was canceled. And another daughter who has plans for camp coming up, and we're wondering if that's going to happen. Also, in a few weeks, I'm graduating college, but the ceremony has been canceled. I want to talk to you about thankfulness. It may be hard in this time of isolation. Many people are experiencing different types of struggles. Some are really difficult, like being sick, being laid off, not having an income for a little while, and some difficulties are like fear of getting sick, fear of not working, restlessness, boredom, what to do with the kids all day long. The fact is, we are all dealing with this, and dealing with it in different ways. I've learned in my years of following Christ to use thankfulness to get me through. There have been some really rough moments in my life. Some things have been tough to deal with and hard to navigate through. And I found that being thankful for all that God has done for me in the past and all that He's doing for me in the moment is key to allowing His grace to carry me into the future. Paul wrote in 1 Thessalonians 5:18, in the midst of persecution, while addressing the topic of Jesus coming back in the end of days, he wrote, give thanks in all circumstances. This is the will of God. Do you ever wonder what the will of God is for you? It's to be thankful in all circumstances. Being thankful quiets the anxiety in your spirit. It relieves the stress of feeling like you need to provide, you need to do something, you need to act in order to get through, but have no idea what to do. And it gives you the right perspective that God has provided, that God is providing, and that God will continue to provide. There's this account in the Bible of a miracle Jesus did. It's the only miracle recorded in all four Gospels. Jesus' disciples had a group of 5,000 plus hungry people in front of them and had no idea what to do. But that didn't stop them from making suggestions. The first suggestion was to avoid the problem. They suggested that the people be sent away, but Jesus knew better. We often want to avoid the problem we face because it's stressful and it seems easier not dealing with it. One of the disciples mentioned a lack of resources, basically suggesting that a bigger budget was needed. A lot of us tend to think that more money will solve our problem. Maybe for the time being, but money won't solve everything. Another disciple found a kid with a packed lunch. He had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, not enough to feed 5,000 people. And he said, what are these among so many? The answer is, of themselves, they are nothing. Nothing. The disciples were trying to come up with a solution themselves. All the while they had God right there. You do know that God is with us, right? That doesn't mean that all our wishes are granted and life is full of rainbows and butterflies. But He is there and He has a plan. While the disciples were trying to fix the issue, listen to what Jesus says in John 6:6. He Himself knew what He would do. Isn't that good to hear? Jesus didn't need His followers to come up with solutions. He needed them to be distributors of the solution. He needed them to look to Him for the plan and be ready to execute it when He provided. Accepting that you are to look to Jesus for the solution and not be the one to come up with it, it puts you in a place of freedom and joy. It frees you to enjoy new challenges and experience exciting things as you see God work. It takes away from fear and frustration, stress and worry, anxiety and heaviness, because it's not your weight to bear. Your job is to be thankful. Thankful that you have a Father who cares about you and knows exactly what you're going through. Trust me, He does. Our job is to trust and be patient. It can be difficult, but I want to ask you to try Thankfulness. Next time you feel that weight on your shoulders. Next time you feel stress or anxiety, and maybe that's right now. You find a quiet place to pray and don't ask for what you need because He already knows. Don't even think about that stuff, but begin by saying thank you. Thank you for the things He has done before and things that He's doing now, and say thank you that He is taking care of coming up with a solution.